Chosen one, stop. Do not scroll past this. I need to talk about the emptiness, the hollow feeling that lives in your chest. The one that shows up even when everything looks fine on the outside. The one that makes you wonder why you are not happy when you should be. You have achieved things, you have acquired things, you have accomplished things, and yet something inside you remains unfilled. You scroll through your phone looking for something to satisfy it. You buy things hoping they will fill it. You start new projects thinking they will cure it. You pursue new relationships expecting them to complete it. But nothing works. The emptiness remains. Stubborn, persistent, unexplainable. You have started to wonder if something is wrong with you. If maybe you are broken in ways that cannot be fixed. If perhaps you are just one of those people who will never be truly satisfied. If possibly this hollow feeling is just what the rest of your life will feel like. But tonight, God is about to reveal something that will change how you see your emptiness. You are not empty because you are broken. You are empty because you have outgrown what used to fill you. The emptiness is not depression. It is graduation, and what once satisfied you no longer can because you are ready for something bigger. At exactly 3:33 this morning, I was pulled into a vision that changed everything I understood about emptiness. I was standing in a room filled with containers, jars, bowls, cups, vessels of every imaginable size and shape. Some were tiny, barely holding a few drops, the size of thimbles. Some were medium, holding enough for a season, the size of pitchers, and some were massive, designed to hold oceans, the size of reservoirs. Each container was made of different material. Some were clay, simple and earthy. Some were glass, transparent and fragile. Some were gold, precious and valuable. And the largest ones seemed to be made of something I could not identify. Something eternal. I noticed something strange that confused me deeply. The small containers were overflowing, spilling their contents everywhere, leaving puddles of satisfaction around them. The medium containers were full to the brim, satisfied and complete, perfectly matched to their supply. But the large containers, the magnificent ones made of eternal substance, were empty, completely, hauntingly empty. I walked toward one of the large containers and looked inside. Nothing. Absolutely hollow. I ran my hand along its edge, expecting to find cracks or damage. But the container was not broken. It was not defective. It seemed ready, waiting. Prepared for something the smaller containers could never hold, designed for a supply that had not yet arrived. Then God appeared beside me. He looked at the empty large container with a knowing smile. Not disappointment, not concern, not frustration, satisfaction, pride, anticipation. He said, "You have been comparing yourself to the small containers and wondering why you are not overflowing like them. You have been looking at the medium containers and wondering why you are not satisfied like them. But you are not empty because you are broken. You are empty because you are built for more. The things that fill them cannot fill you because your capacity exceeds their supply. What they drink from satisfies their thirst. But your thirst requires an ocean, and I am about to release that ocean into your life. The emptiness was never the problem. The emptiness was the preparation. You had to be hollow enough to hold what I am about to pour." Then I looked at the large container again, and I realized it was you. That word is for you. Your emptiness is not a malfunction. It is a capacity. Your hollowness is not brokenness. It is readiness. And God is about to fill you with something the small containers could never hold. Do not skip this message. Do not scroll away. If you leave before the revelation is complete, you will continue trying to fill an ocean-sized capacity with cup-sized solutions. Stay with me until the end. Your understanding of why you feel so empty is about to change forever. Before we go deeper, I need you to do something. Type "My emptiness is capacity" in the comments below. This is not just typing, this is reframing. You are telling your hollow heart that the emptiness has purpose. Type it now and subscribe immediately. Turn on all notifications. What comes after this video will reveal exactly what God is preparing to pour into your life. Miss it and you will know your emptiness has meaning, but not what will finally fill it. Subscribe now. You did not find this video by accident. You found it because you have been trying to fill something that refuses to be filled. God scheduled this revelation, and your emptiness is about to make sense. Let me describe the emptiness you have been experiencing. It did not start all at once. It crept in gradually, like fog rolling in over a harbor. So slowly that you did not notice until you were completely surrounded by it. Things that used to bring you joy started feeling flat and colorless. Achievements that used to excite you started feeling meaningless and hollow. Relationships that used to fulfill you started feeling shallow and unsatisfying. Activities that used to energize you started feeling empty and draining. Goals that used to motivate you started feeling pointless and arbitrary. At first you thought you were just tired. Maybe you just needed a vacation, a break, a reset. Then you thought maybe you were depressed. Maybe you needed therapy, medication, intervention. Then you started wondering if something was fundamentally wrong with you. If you were broken in ways that could never be fixed. If you were defective in ways that could never be repaired, because everyone around you seems satisfied with normal things. They seem genuinely happy with their careers, their relationships, their hobbies, their everyday lives. They drink from the same wells you drink from and come away refreshed and renewed. But you drink and still feel thirsty. You achieve and still feel unfulfilled. You acquire and still feel empty. You accomplish and still feel hollow. The worst part is not being able to explain it to anyone. When people ask how you are doing, you say fine. Because how do you explain that everything looks good but feels hollow? How do you describe having exactly what you wanted and still wanting something else? How do you articulate a hunger that has no name and no obvious solution? How do you tell someone that you have everything and yet feel like you have nothing? So you have been carrying this emptiness alone, smiling on the outside while hollow on the inside, performing satisfaction while experiencing starvation, pretending to be full while dying of hunger. God says tonight, I know you have been confused by your own emptiness. I know you have judged yourself for not being satisfied with what satisfies others. I know you have wondered if your hunger is a sign of ingratitude or brokenness. But your emptiness is not a character flaw. It is a capacity upgrade. I have been expanding you, stretching you, preparing you for a supply that has not yet arrived. The things that fill others were never meant to fill you. Not because you are defective, because you are different. You are not hungry because you are broken. You are hungry because I made you for more than what you have been feeding on. This is the first truth you must understand. Your emptiness is not a bug, it is a feature. It is the sign of an expanded capacity that is waiting to be filled. Jesus spoke over your hunger. He said, "Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they will be filled." Matthew 5-6. Notice I did not say blessed are those who are satisfied with the normal portion. I said blessed are those who hunger. Your hunger is not a curse. It is a blessing. It is proof that you are ready for the filling that others have not yet developed the capacity to receive. The satisfied are not more blessed than you. They are simply operating at a different capacity, and your capacity requires a different supply. Do not skip what comes next. The Spirit is about to reveal why normal things stopped working. Let me tell you why. What used to fill you no longer does. You have grown, not just older, expanded, stretched, developed into someone with a larger capacity than the person you used to be. Think about it. When you were a child, small things satisfied you. A toy, a piece of candy, a simple game. But as you grew, those things stopped being enough. Not because they became bad, because you became bigger. The same principle is happening spiritually. You used to be satisfied with surface-level success. You used to be filled by temporary pleasures. You used to be content with shallow connections. You used to be energized by external achievements. But you have been growing, and now those things feel like giving a cup of water to someone dying of thirst. It is not that the water is bad, it is that it is not nearly enough. God says, you have been trying to fill an expanded container with the same old supply. You keep returning to the wells that used to satisfy you and wondering why they leave you thirsty. But those wells were for the old you. The person you have become requires a different source. The capacity I have built in you cannot be filled by what fills the average person. That is not arrogance, that is architecture. I designed you for more, and more is what I am preparing to release. This is why normal life feels hollow. This is why typical success feels empty. This is why standard relationships feel shallow. You have outgrown the containers that others still fit into. Archangel Michael declared over your expansion, I have watched this chosen one try to squeeze back into containers they have outgrown. I have seen them apologize for needing more than others need. I have observed them question their own hunger as if it were a defect. But their hunger is not a defect, it is a design. The capacity I am witnessing in their spirit is rare, and rare capacity requires rare supply. They are not too needy. They are built for abundance that most people cannot even imagine. Stop apologizing for the size of your container. Start preparing for what is about to fill it. Ecclesiastes 3:11 activates over your longing. He has made everything beautiful in its time. He has also set eternity in the human heart. Yet no one can fathom what God has done from beginning to end. Eternity in the human heart, that is why temporal things cannot fill you. That is why finite pleasures leave you empty. That is why limited supply cannot satisfy unlimited capacity. God put eternity inside you, and only eternal things can fill an eternal space. Within 14 days, you will begin to recognize what you are actually hungry for. The name of the hunger will become clear, and with the name comes the direction. Let me tell you what you are actually hungry for. You are not hungry for more stuff. You have enough stuff. Your closets are full. Your storage units are packed. Your accounts have balances. More stuff would just be more emptiness with a higher price tag. More possessions would just be more things that fail to satisfy. You are not hungry for more success. You have achieved success by most standards. You have climbed ladders. You have hit targets. You have impressed people. And it felt good for a moment before the hollowness returned. Each achievement created a brief high, followed by a deeper low. You are not hungry for more relationships. You have people in your life, family, friends, colleagues, connections, and even surrounded by all of them, you feel profoundly alone because surface-level connection cannot fill a depth-level void. You are not hungry for more entertainment. You have unlimited access to content, movies, shows, games, social media, and every scroll, every episode, every distraction leaves you emptier than before, because entertainment numbs the hunger without feeding it. What you are actually hungry for is purpose. Not just activity, purpose, not just busyness. Meaning, not just motion. Mission, not just doing, becoming. You are hungry to know why you are here on this earth at this specific time. You are hungry to feel like your life actually matters in the grand story. You are hungry to spend your limited energy on something that will outlast your limited years. You are hungry to look at your days and see eternal significance instead of temporary survival. You are hungry to wake up knowing that today matters beyond today. God says, you have been feeding on accomplishments when you are hungry for assignment. You have been consuming achievements when you are starving for anointing. You have been filling up on success when you are desperate for significance. That is why nothing satisfies. You have been eating food that does not match your hunger. But I know exactly what you need, and I am about to serve it. The purpose you have been craving is not hidden from you. It has been waiting for your capacity to match its weight, and now, finally, your capacity is ready. This is the revelation. Your emptiness has been pointing you toward purpose. Every hollow moment was a signal that you were made for more than what you were doing. Every unsatisfied feeling was a compass pointing toward your true assignment. The hunger was never the enemy. It was the guide. Jesus spoke over your purpose. He said, I am the bread of life. Whoever comes to me will never go hungry, and whoever believes in me will never be thirsty. John 6:35, the hunger you feel can only be satisfied by coming to me, not to my religion, to me, not to my rules, to my presence, not to my institutions, to my heart. When you find your purpose in my presence, the emptiness will fill, not with temporary satisfaction, with permanent fulfillment. Within 21 days, clarity about your specific purpose will begin to emerge, not general calling, specific assignment. The thing you were born to do that only you can do the way you do it. Do not skip. What comes next reveals how to prepare for the filling. Let me tell you how to prepare for what is coming. First, stop apologizing for your hunger. You have been treating your emptiness like a character flaw, like something to be ashamed of, like evidence that you are ungrateful or broken. But hunger is not ingratitude. Hunger is capacity. Stop apologizing for needing more than others need. Stop pretending to be satisfied when you are starving. Stop shrinking your expectations to match what is available. Your hunger is valid. Your hunger is designed. Your hunger is positioned. Your hunger is pointing you toward something real. God says, when you apologize for your hunger, you insult my design. I built you with that capacity intentionally. I gave you that emptiness on purpose. The hunger is not a mistake for you to manage. It is a message for you to follow. Stop apologizing. Start listening. Your hunger is telling you that something bigger is available. Believe it. Second, stop trying to fill the emptiness with substitutes. You have been shoving things into the hollow space, hoping something will finally work. Distractions, purchases, achievements, relationships, entertainment, and every time the same result. Temporary relief followed by deeper emptiness. The substitutes are not just failing to fill you, they are delaying what will. Every time you temporarily numb the hunger, you postpone the real satisfaction. Every time you distract yourself from the emptiness, you delay the purpose that would fill it. God says, stop feeding on what cannot satisfy. Stop consuming what leaves you emptier than before. The temporary fixes are not helping you, they are harming you. They are keeping you just full enough to survive, but never satisfied enough to thrive. Let the hunger remain unfilled by substitutes, so that when I bring the real thing, you have room to receive it. Third, sit with the emptiness. Instead of running from it, the emptiness carries information. It knows what you need. It points toward what you lack. But you have been so busy running from it that you have never listened to it. You have been so focused on escaping it that you have never learned from it. Sit with it. Ask it what it wants. Listen to where it points. The emptiness is not your enemy. It is your educator. And it has been trying to teach you something you keep refusing to learn. Psalm 42:1-2 activates over your longing. As the deer pants for streams of water, so my soul pants for you, my God. My soul thirsts for God, for the living God, pants for God, thirsts for the living God. That is what your emptiness has been trying to tell you. That is where your hunger has been pointing. Not to more stuff, to God Himself, not to more success, to His presence, not to more achievement, to His purpose for your life. Within 72 hours, begin the practice of sitting with your emptiness instead of running from it. Ask it what it wants. Write down what it tells you. The answers will surprise you. Let me tell you what happens when the filling finally comes. When God pours His purpose into your expanded capacity, everything changes. The hollow feeling that has haunted you will suddenly be replaced with substance. The hunger that nothing could satisfy will finally be fed. The emptiness that made you feel broken will become the very thing that holds your greatest blessing, because the larger the container, the more it can hold. The deeper the emptiness, the more it can be filled. The greater the hunger, the more satisfying the feast. Your emptiness was not a punishment. It was a preparation. It was making room for what is coming. God says, what I am about to pour into your life could not fit in a smaller container. The blessing required the capacity. The purpose required the expansion. The assignment required the hunger. If you had been satisfied with less, you could not have carried more. But you were never satisfied, and now you are ready. The filling is coming, not in drops, in waves, not in portions, in overflow. What took years to empty will take moments to fill, and what fills you will never run dry. This is the promise. The emptiness is ending. The filling is beginning, and what you are about to receive will make every hollow moment worth it. Now seal this revelation over your life. Say this out loud. Your voice activates the understanding. Almighty Father, the one who fills empty vessels, I receive the revelation of my emptiness tonight. I am not empty because I am broken. I am empty because I have outgrown what used to fill me. I am not hollow because something is wrong with me. I am hollow because I am built for more than what I have been feeding on. I stop apologizing for my hunger. I stop filling the emptiness with substitutes. I stop running from the hollowness instead of learning from it. I receive the truth that my emptiness is capacity. I receive the promise that filling is coming. I receive the understanding that my hunger has been pointing me toward purpose all along. I am ready to be filled, not with temporary solutions, with permanent purpose, not with what satisfies others, with what was designed specifically for me. My emptiness is not my enemy. It is my invitation to more, and I accept the invitation. In Jesus' name, amen. Heaven recorded the declaration. The emptiness has been reframed. The filling has been scheduled, and your hunger is about to be satisfied in ways you never imagined. Now complete the revelation. First, like this video. This is not about numbers. This is about agreement. When you press that button, you agree that your emptiness is capacity, not brokenness. Do it now. Second, subscribe and turn on notifications. More revelation about the purpose that fills emptiness is coming. If you are not subscribed, you will miss it. Subscribe now. Third, share this video with someone who has been feeling inexplicably empty. Someone who cannot explain why nothing satisfies them anymore. Someone who looks at their life and wonders why they feel so hollow despite having so much. Someone who needs to know their hunger is not a defect, but a divine design. Send this to them right now. Fourth, type "My emptiness is capacity" in the comments. Let other hungry chosen ones know they are not alone in their deep longing. Let heaven record your understanding of why you feel so hollow inside. Type it now and seal your declaration. Chosen one, you came to this video wondering why nothing fills you, wondering why everyone else seems satisfied with normal portions, wondering if your constant hunger means something is wrong with you, wondering if you will ever feel truly full and at peace. You are leaving knowing that you were built for more than what you have been feeding on, that your emptiness is not evidence of brokenness, but proof of expanded capacity, that your deep hunger is not a defect to be fixed, but a divine design to be honored. Your emptiness is not depression, it is graduation. You have graduated from being satisfied with what satisfies the average, ordinary person. Your hunger is not ingratitude, it is capacity. Capacity for more than what any temporary thing could ever possibly provide. Your hollowness is not brokenness, it is readiness for what is coming. Readiness to receive what any smaller container could never possibly hold. The filling is drawing near, the purpose is becoming crystal clear. And what you are about to receive will finally satisfy the hunger that nothing else could touch. What you are about to be filled with will make every single hollow moment worth enduring. You were built for so much more than this world typically offers, and so much more is on the way. Prepare your vast container. The ocean is coming to fill what mere droplets could never satisfy. Amen.